approximately 70% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. Although this may seem like a lot, 97% of this water is salt water, while only 3% is fresh water.
But what's more shocking is that only 1% of this water is accessible for human activities and future generations. Our community has taken many steps towards sustaining and preserving our local water sources. However, we have neglected the issue of plastic bottle pollution and privatization. That's why we have created an organization which we call TAP.
My name is Sajid.
My name is Tanesh.
My name is Avinash.
My name is Rashawn.
My name is Surya.
My name is Hader.
My name is Preyansh.
Your TAP!
Wait! Tap? What's tap?
Wait, what's tap?
Tap? What's that?
Teens Against Plastic Bottles is a student initiative in pursuit to raise awareness for plastic bottle pollution and privatization. Our goal is to reduce the amount of pollution in our local water sources.
Oh, okay, I see what you guys did there. TAPV. That's a good one. But wait, what's plastic bottle pollution and privatization?
Privatization is when plastic bottle companies purchase and own land which consists of groundwater under the surface. The companies that own this land would extract the water and then sell this water in order to gain profit. However, they don't know that this method can cause water shortages. Plastic bottle pollution is a collection of plastic water bottles in our community's local water sources. Plastic bottle pollution not only creates problems for the wildlife and their habitats, but it also negatively affects the human populations. We have created a short book which explains more about plastic bottle pollution.
Suppose you throw 6 plastic bottles into the recycling bin. Only 1 out of the 6 is sent to the recycling factory. The rest are sent to the landfills. However, some find their way to the local rivers or lakes. Then, these plastic bottles are eaten by the organisms living in the water. As a result of our carelessness, these poor marine animals are dying. Soon, we eat these fishes, which can lead to cancer. However, to stop this, there is an alternative and you can use it easily. You can use reusable water bottles. Plastic bottle pollution and privatization are both violation to our generation. Together, let's begin a new era.
So far, we have mentioned that the marine life and we humans are negatively being affected by plastic bottle pollution. However, did you know that economics is another problem with this issue? Economically, plastic bottles cost much more than tap water, which is another issue why tap water is much more better and cheaper than plastic bottles. That's right.
Tap water costs 0.2 cents per gallon, while plastic bottles cost 89 cents to $8.96 per gallon. In other words, plastic bottles is costing consumers from 240 to 10,000 times more money than regular tap water. With the help of our teacher, we gathered more information on the advantages of reusable water bottles and the disadvantages of plastic water bottles.
What about the actual water that's inside them? Like for me to ingest it?
No, they go through a lot of chemicals and cleaning process, which include chemicals, and those chemicals are different.
And do you know how long a water bottle has been sitting on a shelf when you buy it? Case of water? Any idea? It could be sitting there for years even. You know when you pull them off the shelf and they've got dust on them? So is that fresh water or distilled water now? It's distilled water. Are you supposed to drink distilled water? No. Okay. So why would a metal water bottle be a better option?
In our school, we have been given the opportunity to interview a few experts on plastic bottle pollution and privatization. Here are their thoughts and opinions about our topic. Our first question for you is, how often do you encounter plastic water bottles on the school premises?
So usually we see them outside in the garbage, out in the field. Often it's garbage. Sometimes we see it in the lunchroom. Students bring it as part of their lunch. They do bring a plastic water bottle. Not everybody, but some of the students do. However, at Brookside we have the boomerang program where we take home the garbage that the students bring in. So that helps us with controlling the amount of garbage that we have at the school. So we don't see a lot of those plastic bottles.
How can we prevent plastic water bottle pollution and promote a healthier environment?
I think people need to realize that, you know, if they just litter with the water bottles, nobody else is going to pick it up. It's not just going to go away. It's going to stay there and stay there and stay there, and it'll become a part of the environment, which is not what we want.
So, how do you think we can take a step towards putting an end to this issue?
Maybe start a water bottle collection campaign amongst the school. Maybe start a committee to come up with ideas on, a student committee to come up with ideas on how to tackle it, or maybe going out and collecting bottles once.
Do you think purchasing water bottles is worth it, and why?
It is not worth it for me because public water is absolutely safe. I drink from the tap water. It's cheap. I don't need to purchase it. I don't need to stock it at home. And like I said, less garbage in the landfill. And although some of it is being recycled, it's nearly not enough is. So by just not using it at all at home and telling my students not to do that as well.
With the advice of our experts, we decided to launch our campaign, which attempted to prevent the use of plastic bottles and promote the use of reusable water bottles and tap water.
Our first step towards our action project was surveying the community to see what they already knew about plastic water bottle pollution and privatization.
A few of the questions that we asked include, do you purchase cases of plastic water bottles on a monthly basis? Are you aware of plastic water bottle pollution in our local freshwater sources? And are you aware of where your bottled water comes from?
We found out that 63% of the people we surveyed knew where the water came from. We also found out that 69% of these community members were aware of the plastic bottle pollution. But still, we were shocked how 84% of those people admitted to use plastic bottles.
To raise awareness at our school about our organization, we organized a mini presentation at our school's assembly.
No! Stop! Don't drink it! You don't know about the horror, the tragedy, and the ugly truth behind plastic bottles?
To educate the community more on our issue, we put together a booth at Brookside's Winter Concert. There, we sold reusable water bottles to the families who attended.
We also used our school's newsletter to spread the word amongst the Brookside community.
Social media played a big role in raising awareness about our campaign. The various social media accounts we use include Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
To wrap things up, we conducted a final survey to see if we had a positive impact on our community. Unfortunately, people in our community still purchase plastic bottles. However, we indefinitely reduced that number. Our final results showed that 58% of our community still use plastic bottles, but the other 42% bought reusable water bottles or use tap water. Despite the fact that over half of our community still uses plastic bottles, over 80% of these people heard about our campaign. In conclusion, our campaign reached the majority of the goals we set and raised awareness about this issue. Let's take out plastic bottles and bring in reusable water bottles. Together, we can make a difference.